Welcome. Today, we're diving into the world of government compliance. You may have heard the term before, but what does it really mean? Government compliance refers to the process by which organizations and individuals follow laws, regulations, and guidelines set by governmental bodies. These rules are designed to ensure fairness, safety, and ethical behavior in various sectors. Whether you're running a business, working in healthcare, or even just filing your taxes, government compliance plays a role in your daily life. Let's break down what this means, why it matters, and how it affects you and organizations everywhere. At its core, compliance means adhering to a set of rules or standards. When we talk about government compliance, we're specifically referring to the laws and regulations that governments put in place. These can range from labor laws and environmental regulations to financial reporting requirements. For organizations, compliance isn't optional, it's a legal obligation. Failing to comply can result in fines, penalties, or even the loss of a business license. For individuals, compliance might mean following tax laws or traffic regulations. Understanding what compliance means helps set the stage for why it's so important. Government compliance is essential for maintaining order and protecting the public. When organizations and individuals follow the rules, it helps create a level playing field. For example, environmental regulations ensure that companies don't pollute the air or water, while financial regulations prevent fraud and protect investors. Compliance also builds trust. Customers and partners are more likely to do business with organizations that follow the law. Ultimately, compliance isn't just about avoiding penalties, it's about contributing to a fair, safe, and ethical society. There are many different types of government compliance, depending on the industry and the specific laws involved. For example, healthcare organizations must comply with privacy laws like HIPAA, while financial institutions follow regulations such as the Sarbanes-Oxley Act. Environmental compliance might involve adhering to the Clean Air Act or Clean Water Act. Each industry has its own set of rules, and organizations must stay up to date to remain compliant. Understanding the types of compliance relevant to your field is the first step in building a strong compliance program. Government compliance rules are created by various governmental bodies at the federal, state, and local levels. In the United States, for example, agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Department of Labor all set regulations for different sectors. State and local governments may have their own additional requirements. It's important for organizations to know which agencies regulate their activities and to keep track of any changes in the law. For businesses, compliance is a critical part of daily operations. Companies must ensure that their practices align with all relevant laws and regulations. This might involve everything from proper employee classification and wage laws to environmental reporting and data privacy. Many organizations have dedicated compliance officers or departments to manage these responsibilities. By prioritizing compliance, businesses can avoid costly penalties and maintain a positive reputation in the marketplace. Compliance isn't just for businesses. Individuals must also follow government rules. This can include paying taxes, following traffic laws, and adhering to public health guidelines. For example, filing your tax return accurately and on time is a form of compliance. Obeying speed limits and wearing seatbelts are others. By following these rules, individuals contribute to the safety and well-being of their communities. Some of the most common areas of government compliance include labor laws, environmental regulations, financial reporting, and data privacy. Labor laws protect workers' rights, while environmental regulations safeguard natural resources. Financial reporting ensures transparency and accountability, and data privacy laws protect sensitive information. Each of these areas requires organizations and individuals to follow specific rules and procedures. Labor law compliance involves following rules related to employee rights, wages, working conditions, and benefits. For example, businesses must pay at least the minimum wage, provide safe working environments, and respect employees' rights to organize. Failure to comply with labor laws can result in lawsuits, fines, and damage to a company's reputation. Staying informed about labor regulations is essential for both employers and employees. Environmental compliance means following laws that protect the air, water, and land. Companies may need to limit emissions, properly dispose of waste, and report their environmental impact. These regulations help prevent pollution and conserve natural resources. Organizations that ignore environmental laws can face heavy fines and public backlash. By prioritizing environmental compliance, businesses contribute to a healthier planet. Financial compliance involves following rules related to accounting, reporting, and financial transparency. This includes accurate bookkeeping, timely tax filings, and adhering to anti-fraud regulations. Financial compliance is crucial for preventing corruption and ensuring that organizations operate honestly. Regulatory agencies often audit companies to ensure they're following the rules. Non-compliance can lead to severe penalties and loss of investor trust. Data privacy compliance is all about protecting personal and sensitive information. Laws like GDPR in Europe and CCPA in California set strict rules for how organizations collect, store, and use data. Companies must get consent from users, secure their data, and report breaches promptly. Failing to comply can result in hefty fines and loss of customer trust. Data privacy is becoming increasingly important in our digital world. To manage compliance, many organizations set up formal compliance programs. These programs include policies, training, monitoring, and reporting systems. The goal is to ensure everyone in the organization understands and follows the rules. Compliance officers or teams are often responsible for overseeing these programs. A strong compliance program can help prevent violations and demonstrate a company's commitment to ethical conduct. Compliance officers play a key role in ensuring organizations follow the law. They develop policies, conduct training, and monitor activities to spot potential issues. If a violation occurs, compliance officers investigate and recommend corrective actions. Their work helps organizations avoid legal trouble and maintain high ethical standards. In many industries, having a dedicated compliance officer is not just best practice, it's a requirement. Training is a vital part of any compliance program. Employees need to understand the rules that apply to their roles and how to follow them. Regular training sessions keep everyone informed about new laws and company policies. Effective training can prevent mistakes and reduce the risk of violations. It also shows regulators that the organization takes compliance seriously. Monitoring is how organizations ensure that compliance rules are being followed. This can involve regular audits, reviews of business processes, and tracking key metrics. Monitoring helps catch problems early before they become major violations. It also provides valuable data that can be used to improve compliance programs over time. Effective monitoring is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. If a compliance violation occurs, it's important to report it quickly. Many organizations have systems in place for employees to report issues confidentially. Reporting allows the organization to investigate and fix problems before they escalate. Regulators may also require certain violations to be reported within a specific time frame. Prompt reporting demonstrates a commitment to transparency and accountability. When a compliance issue is discovered, organizations must take corrective actions. This could mean updating policies, retraining employees, or making changes to business processes. The goal is to fix the problem and prevent it from happening again. Taking corrective action quickly can minimize damage and show regulators that the organization is serious about compliance. Failing to comply with government regulations can have serious consequences. Organizations may face fines, lawsuits, or even criminal charges. Non-compliance can also damage a company's reputation and lead to loss of business. For individuals, penalties might include fines or loss of professional licenses. The risks of non-compliance make it essential to take compliance seriously at all times. While compliance can be challenging, it also brings many benefits. Organizations that follow the rules build trust with customers, investors, and regulators. Compliance can lead to better business opportunities, improved efficiency, and a stronger reputation. It also helps organizations avoid costly legal problems. In the long run, a strong compliance culture supports sustainable growth and success. Staying compliant isn't always easy. Laws and regulations can change frequently, and keeping up requires time and resources. Some rules may be complex or open to interpretation. Organizations must invest in training, monitoring, and technology to stay on top of compliance requirements. Despite these challenges, the risks of non-compliance make it worth the effort. Regulations are always evolving. Organizations need systems to track changes in the law and update their policies accordingly. This might involve subscribing to legal updates, working with industry associations, or consulting legal experts. Staying informed helps organizations remain compliant and avoid surprises. Technology plays a big role in modern compliance. Software tools can help organizations track regulations, manage training, and monitor compliance activities. Automated systems can flag potential issues and generate reports for regulators. Embracing technology makes compliance more efficient and less prone to human error. For organizations that operate internationally, compliance can be even more complex. Different countries have their own laws and standards. Companies must understand and follow the rules in every country where they do business. This requires careful planning and often the help of legal experts familiar with local regulations. Some industries face unique compliance challenges. For example, healthcare organizations must protect patient privacy, while financial firms must prevent money laundering. Each industry has its own set of rules and best practices. Understanding these requirements is essential for staying compliant and avoiding industry-specific risks. Audits are a common way to check compliance. Internal or external auditors review an organization's processes, records, and policies to ensure they meet legal requirements. Audits can identify gaps and recommend improvements. Regular audits help organizations stay compliant and prepare for regulatory inspections. Keeping accurate records is a key part of compliance. Organizations must document their policies, training sessions, audits, and corrective actions. Good documentation provides evidence that the organization is following the rules. It also makes it easier to respond to regulatory inquiries or defend against legal challenges. Whistleblower protections encourage employees to report compliance violations without fear of retaliation. Laws protect whistleblowers from being fired or punished for speaking up. Organizations should have clear policies and reporting channels to support whistleblowers. Protecting whistleblowers helps uncover problems early and promotes a culture of transparency. A strong ethical culture supports compliance. When leaders set a good example and employees feel empowered to do the right thing, compliance becomes part of the organization's DNA. Ethics training, open communication, and clear values all contribute to a positive culture. An ethical workplace reduces the risk of violations and builds long-term success. Risk management is closely linked to compliance. Organizations must identify and assess risks related to legal violations, then put controls in place to reduce those risks. This might involve regular risk assessments, internal controls, and contingency planning. Effective risk management helps organizations avoid surprises and stay compliant. Leadership plays a crucial role in compliance. When leaders prioritize compliance and set clear expectations, employees are more likely to follow the rules. Leaders should communicate the importance of compliance, provide resources, and lead by example. Strong leadership creates a culture where compliance is valued and practiced at every level. Every employee has a role to play in compliance. This means understanding the rules, following policies, and reporting concerns. Employees should feel comfortable asking questions and seeking guidance when unsure. A culture of shared responsibility helps organizations stay compliant and avoid costly mistakes. Organizations often work with vendors, contractors, and other third parties. It's important to ensure that these partners also follow relevant laws and regulations. This might involve due diligence, contract clauses, and ongoing monitoring. Third-party compliance helps protect the organization from legal and reputational risks. Mergers and acquisitions bring unique compliance challenges. Organizations must review the compliance history of the companies they acquire and ensure that all operations meet legal standards. This process, known as due diligence, helps identify potential risks and avoid costly surprises after the deal is done. Startups face special compliance challenges as they grow. New businesses must quickly learn about relevant laws and set up policies from the start. Early investment in compliance can prevent problems down the road and support long-term success. Startups should seek expert advice to build a strong compliance foundation. A strong compliance record enhances an organization's reputation. Customers, investors, and partners are more likely to trust organizations that follow the law. Good compliance can be a competitive advantage, helping organizations win business and attract top talent. Reputation is a valuable asset that compliance helps protect. Compliance doesn't have to stifle innovation. In fact, following the rules can create a stable environment where new ideas can flourish. By building compliance into new products and services from the start, organizations can avoid setbacks and bring innovations to market faster. Compliance and innovation can go hand in hand. Compliance is closely linked to social responsibility. Organizations that follow the law contribute to the well-being of society. This includes protecting the environment, respecting human rights, and promoting fair business practices. Socially responsible organizations are often more successful in the long run. Sustainability and compliance often go hand in hand. Environmental regulations encourage organizations to use resources wisely and reduce waste. Sustainable practices not only help the planet, but can also improve efficiency and reduce costs. Compliance with sustainability standards is becoming increasingly important for organizations of all sizes. Customers want to do business with organizations they trust. Compliance with laws and regulations shows customers that the organization operates ethically and responsibly. This trust can lead to stronger relationships, repeat business, and positive word of mouth. Compliance is a key factor in building and maintaining customer loyalty. Investors look for organizations that manage risk and follow the law. A strong compliance program signals that the organization is well managed and less likely to face legal trouble. This can attract investment and support long-term growth. Investor confidence is closely tied to compliance. Organizations that excel at compliance can gain a competitive edge. By avoiding legal problems and building a reputation for integrity, They can attract customers, partners, and employees. Compliance can also open doors to new markets and business opportunities that require strict adherence to regulations. The world of compliance is always evolving. New technologies, changing laws, and global challenges are shaping the future of compliance. Organizations must stay agile and be ready to adapt. Embracing innovation and continuous learning will be key to staying compliant in the years ahead. To sum up, government compliance is about following the laws and regulations that govern our society. It affects organizations and individuals alike, touching everything from business operations to personal behavior. Compliance helps protect the public, build trust, and support ethical conduct. By understanding and prioritizing compliance, we all contribute to a safer, fairer, and more successful society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through government compliance. Remember, compliance isn't just about following rules, it's about doing the right thing for your organization, your community, and yourself. By staying informed and committed, we can all help create a better, more responsible world. Stay curious, stay compliant, and keep making a positive impact.